Welcome to Marsha's Plate.
Girl, they say you don't like cisgender women's, bitch. I ain't even gonna ask Jay if he done seen the set because I know he don't know what the hell is going on, honey. And I'm gonna keep it 100 with the audience,
I
honey.
don't.
Diamond wasn't even going to talk about this shit. Diamond wasn't even gonna bring up Hope's rant, but I know a lot of y'all listening want to know what we think. I know I personally want to know what Diamond thinks. And at the end of the day, in the live stream, this podcast was brought up. And the image of this podcast does matter because all three of us have real intentions. Yeah, everybody who know the tea, Hope went on a rant. It started with her and Indya Moore going back and forth. And somehow when Hope did her emotional live stream, her angry live stream, honey, Raquel Willis caught a stray, Summer Walker caught a stray, and none other than our own Diamond Stylz catch many strays along with the podcast Marsha's Plate. But the only thing she said about Marsha's Plate was that she listens. And of course she listens because anybody who matters listens. Baby, don't you be left out of the conversation, honey. But I'm curious. I don't think we have to go into all the specifics of
Oh, we
things.
we have to. If we're gonna talk about it, I'm going into specifics.
All right, well, let me break down the specific. Um, she accused Diamond of not being a fan of Black people as a whole, not being a fan of cisgender women. She accused Diamond of being miserable and insecure,
And old,
and
a old hating bitch.
a old hating bitch. Diamond is mad because there are Hope Giselles who have come and surpassed her and all of this ranting and raving. To me, honestly, hearing it as somebody who works with Diamond, anybody who knows my voice, if I got something to say about a motherfucker, I'ma say it. Honey, y'all been seeing me turn down sponsorships and campaigns and lose campaigns and sponsorships because the motherfuckers that I was working with wasn't right. I didn't know, and I stand on this. I stand on my word. I ain't never seen Diamond do no fuck shit. I've been around Diamond long enough. I've been working with Diamond long enough, and I've said it many times. She was the first person to actually offer me money for my voice online, even before
Mhm.
TikTok, before YouTube, and any of that. She didn't know me from a can of fucking paint. You know what I mean? So I definitely don't get the impression that Diamond is concerned about girls surpassing her. I've got the impression, and Diamond has even said it herself, that she has a niche audience and she's carved out her lane. She know who she is and she know who her people is and she know what they want to hear and she don't find it necessary to conform to be popular. That's the impression that I've gotten. And as far as Hope Giselle, people have asked me about Hope before, and I'll say again what I've said before. I don't know her. I don't know her to have an opinion of her. I only know what I see online. I've never met her in person since doing since being a talking head online. The only girls that I've met in person is Diamond and T.S. Madison. So I really can't. I don't have an opinion of the lady. I hear other people's opinions, and I get the impression that sometimes my audience wants me to have an opinion because I do hear people say behind the scenes that that they think. I hear people behind the scenes say that they believe that Hope is cocky. I also hear people say that they believe that Hope is conceited in the sense that she feels like she's better than a lot of trans girls because she has a Black husband. That's the way other people feel. Like I said, I don't know that lady. I don't, and until I know her, I won't have any opinion. But in my experience with Diamond, I didn't find the things that she said. I haven't found the things that she said true. But my real concern and question is, how do you feel about it, Diamond?
So now that I got the private one off my chest. This is the public one. My ego, my younger self, my immature self, and my ego wants to read Hope because you and I both know you a scammer. You and I both know that because you're chasing clout, when people hold you accountable, when your community comes at you to call you in because you are an immature little girl on the inside, you like me. And remember, I'm not India. I'm not the girls that you think, oh, just because you can say something calm, but I think that's what you said. You blocked. You've been blocked for 6 years now, so I don't really have access to your content, the full scope of your content. I get little when you talk about me, people send me clips. And so I don't get the full context of what you talk about. So I don't know. But one little portion you said that you weren't talking about me, but you were talking about somebody. They talk in a way that because they talk softly and don't get loud and don't get yelled at, because they didn't have a mother who yelled at you and cussed you out. So when they express themselves, they don't talk loud and ghetto or da 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 like you. That don't make you better than me, bitch. I think that was the gist of what you were saying. Because of your upbringing, you express yourself the same. Bitch, my upbringing is hood too, bitch. I got a mama that yelled at me. And so I know the turn up. I know the feeling of turn up. And I also know the feeling of the discomfort of when somebody called you in. I've been called in before years ago. I'm old, remember? I'm old. So it's lessons that I learned in my ego that when I said something wrong, 12 years ago when I was making health reads, I was reading somebody about their health inappropriately, and my community called me out about, and even though it wasn't in malice, me and my gay son was going back and forth reading each other about health reads because we were joking and playing about it. To me, because I felt like I was in the right, and my ego had me in my mind like, oh my God, I'm in the right, and defensive. And my childish self wanted to lash out. And because I want to see my growth. It's still up. If you want to go see that video, see me in the comments foolish. Trying to defend my bad action and being called in about it because I shouldn't be reading people's health in this day and age, and the stigma around HIV. I was wrong, but in the moment I felt like, oh my God, ugh, why are you not getting the context of what I'm saying? Why are you I'm not reading anybody. This is my friend. My insides was not mature enough for me to check my motherfucking self. And that is what's happening with you. You do wrong shit. Behind the scenes, you are an evil, conniving, weirdo bitch behind niggas. We saw it. And the problem with you is that you try to, when people start calling you out, you try to admit it and say, I know how to hold myself accountable, but then you lash out at everybody else. That's what it was. And just like why I call you T.S. Umar Hope Giselle Johnson is because just like Umar, there is shit that he says that he's right. A broke clock is right 2 times a day. There's some shit that he says is right. But then when he gets into certain bags, you're wrong. When he talks about homophobia, when he's in his misogynistic bag, you're fucking wrong and you're going to be called out about it. You, darling, when we had our break, when I was done with you 6 years ago and blocked you, when you said that I was just jealous of you, when me, Angelica, and Brianna tried to call you in about how you were pandering to cisgender women on the grapevine. They done took it down so we can't go back and look at it, but you were fucking pandering. You know you were. And when we were caught, your old aunties, even though Brianna's your age, your old aunties, Angelica and me, was trying to call you in softly. We wasn't reading you. Tried to call you in softly. You said that we was trying to be you. So that let me know that your whole past, when you were being a Candace Owens coon back in the day, you admitted, the clip I saw, you admitted, I was young and I evolved. Can't we all evolve? Yes. I remember when you was young, being All Lives Matter, and you were literally the TS Candace Owens. I remember that. And I saw that you had evolved a little bit. And so I didn't feel like the need to block you then. But once I see that you actually haven't evolved, you behind the scenes being shady to sex workers behind a man, you are you center men in your life. I'm not a man hater, baby. I'm just not a pick me. And that's what you are. And so that is something that you got to work on yourself. You got to get your ego in check, baby. Everybody is not hating on you. Everybody don't want to be you. Everybody is not glamored or enchanted by you being articulate. Some people are. Some people are like, oh, I like Hope and what Hope had to say. And da 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 da. You're amazing in that regards. People are going to love you for that. But you got some shit to work on, babe. You got some stuff to work on. You, from my perspective, you are a scammer. There's multiple incidents of you being a scammer and not right. I can't fuck with you because I don't think you have any integrity. And when you get caught, like when you got caught stealing the intellectual property, when you got caught the stealing the social media, when you got fired from a job, doing stuff like that and then trying to spin it to make it seem like it's okay, that is a window into your integrity. And I know some people, when you try to explain it away, some people are going to believe you because you got to get the gab. You got to get the gab. You like a preacher who got caught molesting people, and now you talking the right talk to convince the audience that you wasn't doing nothing wrong. What you should have done instead of lashing out on all the girls, and because I really didn't have anything to do with this situation between you and India. And I know somebody came in the comments or something, and that sparked you to be ready to read me. Cool, good. I've been there when I was young. I get it. You was like, oh, I got heat for everybody. That's cool. That's cool. But what you should have done was you should have doubled down on your point that you were trying to make. India is a privileged, light-skinned, I think she's Dominican. I don't know what she is, something exotic thing, trans woman. And so the public is going to be a little bit more sensitive to her. That's how colorism works. You can't get around it. You should have just doubled down on that and talked about that. But the problem is you your shady shit that you did in the past with her triggered her because she felt like she graced you and you were being shady in the comments, even though you, in that particular point, you were right. Remember, T.S. Umar, Hope, Giselle Johnson, you were right in that particular incident. But because of all the wrongness you had done to her behind the scenes and she had graced you, when she sees you being shady and trying to undermine her point, especially somebody who thinks I'm just trying to make a point of how hard it is for trans people out here and I'm crying about it, just like you were sensitive and you were crying about the situation you was, maybe that wasn't the right time. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But because of all the shady shit you had done behind the scenes to her, it triggered her too. And she's a child too. And so instead of just letting it go, you have two perfect storms coming together, both of y'all being childish behind some internet bullshit. And it has now exploded, and now we arguing over some bullshit. All the shady shit you did in the past that I hold myself accountable for, allowed this to blow up. Set the stage for this all to be flammable. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it sets the environment for it to explode instead of being a mature discussion about colorism, a mature discussion about transphobia. You, because of what you have done in the past to people and said, and people trying to call you in about stuff, you have made this environment flammable. And I'm talking to you. I think that the situation with India too, it makes her flammable too. The stuff that she had going on where she was allowing Malcolm to use her social media to go and spy and stalk his rape victims after his restorative justice journey because of her being weird behind that shit. She created that past weirdo shit that you know that she I can't say that she ever atoned for. I don't really know, but because of that past weirdo shit, it makes a toxic environment that becomes flammable. And when y'all both come together in a community that's thirsty for bloodshed, call these bitches out, call these bitches out, whether it be jealousy, whether it be colorism, whether it be whatever this concoction, they're just ready and thirsty for it. Everybody chasing clout, chasing, ooh, want to get that hot take. Y'all have created y'all past bullshit has created an environment that's flammable and combustible. And this is where we land. We land with you lashing out on people. Grow up. Yeah, that's how I feel about you. You are a person who is uncomfortable with being called out, and you don't have any integrity to me in the way you move behind the scenes. When you get caught, you come back and try to spin it like a Republican. You you come back and try to make it something that is not. I was going through her messages. You got caught. You got caught going through her stuff. You didn't stop at the computer and say, oh, this is not my computer. I'm not going to go through her messages. You went through her messages and you got caught doing it. And when you got caught, then you owned up to it and confessed and all that kind of stuff. That's what happened. So your actions behind the scenes were wrong. And then instead of accepting it and say, damn, I was wrong, you come and now you want to attack everybody because you get called out because you were being messy in the comments. You're a messy girl, messy in the comments, and now everybody else is a problem except for you. Okay. Everybody, no, everybody wants to be you. Okay, darling. Cool. I mean, yeah. I just at this point in time, I think that this is a character flaw that you actually are not working on. And I don't think it's gonna change anytime soon. And I'm not gonna change it. It has to be you. And I'm gonna still be Diamond, still gonna be doing what I do, still in my lane, comfortably doing what I need to do, um, having a good time without being entertained by the shenanigans of Hope. I like the good Hope, but not whatever Hope you are. So that's my thoughts about Hope Giselle. That's my thoughts about the whole situation. I listen, I am fine. Hope doesn't have any impact on me. She doesn't have any, you know, she doesn't have any power. She doesn't hold any power. She doesn't affect my life in that way. So I'm okay. Who y'all should be checking on? Check on the girls who are out here, the talking heads who are out here actually like doing stuff. Like look at um Amar Jones. I'm sure that the right wing nut jobs got her inbox in shambles. Care about her. Don't think that Diamond is bad or doing bad because of Hope, child. Hope been a clown. She's been a grift, and that's what I think about her. And I don't want to be arguing with a black trans woman behind some bullshit. Like, we can go back and forth about some serious shit, but about a bullshit, this bullshit about some messages about Indya Moore, who also done some weird stuff in the past with Malcolm. I don't want to be in the middle of that bullshit. That is no significance in that to me. So leave me out of your bullshit. Especially if I'm beneath you. Leave me out. Like I said, you've been blocked for years. You still listening to me from your admission. You still listen to me. I don't listen to your podcast. I don't engage with people I don't fuck with. So I don't listen to anything you got going on until you say something about me and people send me what you say. So that's all I got for you, baby. Grow the fuck up. Grow up. Like, don't let your ego talk. Let it go. And I have graced you for 10 years. And I'm only talking about you now because I have graced you for so long. And so here we go.
And you still wasn't going to talk about her if I didn't say that I wanted this as my topic.
Could I ask, like, what do you think could be done to, like, remedy this situation to you?
Oh, it don't need to be remedied. She ain't gonna do nothing. First of all, she ain't gonna do nothing to me. Number one,
well, no, I know that. I'm just saying,
I don't need to be friends with everybody. I just really don't. I don't need to be friends with everybody. So our personalities don't match. And so it does nothing need to be reconciled. I can be in rooms with her and not speak to her. I have been in rooms with her and not spoke a word to her because that's how I am. I don't sit and talk to people that I don't like. I don't like her. So I don't sit in rooms and act like I like her. So have we been in rooms together? Absolutely. Dominique had a party in New Orleans during Create and Change, and she invited us all there. That was the first time I had been in a room with Hope in a long time, since the BTAC situations or since the Trans Visibility March. So I have been in spaces with her, but it's like I don't care about. She doesn't have any impact on me. So it doesn't need to be. Like, it's nothing that needs to be reconciled. We just not friends. We don't like each other. And I don't have to like every bitch in the community. It's 2 bitches in the community that I know for sure that I don't fuck with them too. And Hope is one. And I don't want to mention the other one. But she know who she is. She blocked too. And so I don't need to be friends with them. I'm cool with everybody else. So, yeah, that's how I think about it. It's just nothing to, we don't need to fix it. It's not broke. We just not cool.
And that makes complete sense to me. Everybody ain't got to be your friend, but everybody ain't got to be your enemy neither. You can coexist, and yeah, I honestly think like that's the way that we should do it. And I need to take my own advice, and that's why I do talk less about the mess that goes on in ballroom. And that's why I've started to talk less about mess in general, because I want to be an example of what I know is right. And I know that right now, especially, is not the time to be going against members in your own community. But I don't think there's ever a good time to be publicly going against members in your own community, unless, of course, is for healing or growing. But yeah, those are my thoughts. And any final thoughts?
My final thought is,
that bitch got a lot to say. Bitch, I listen to the podcast, Hope. I listen to the podcast. You be speaking or whatever. Diamond, you should be every motherfucking where.
New episodes every week.
So let's do this.
bam. The best way to support is to engage with the content. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Another way to support, if you got a couple of dollars, become a patron.
And if you can't do any of that, you can at least follow us on social media, where you'll get our random hot takes and just us sharing all the people and things that we love that is Black, trans, queer, centered. Yeah, come check us out.
The time has come for you to be